everyone, Stormy Sensei here. We are very, very close to the end of Final Fantasy XVI, as you can see in that bottom right corner, the little spoiler section of the PS5 UI. For some reason, they should tell you how close you are to beating the game. You guys just have a couple more side quests to do, and then on Friday we plan on beating the game. Alright, we will start off by doing another inner thoughts from a character. Let's see which character we're going to do. We've already done Vivian, we've done Mid, we've done Torgal.
What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn?
Haven't done Clive yet. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if we did Ultima, right, it's gonna be pretty boring, I'd imagine. That could be a cool little quick one. Come to us, our vessel. And disobedient child, now we shall become one, and not but an inconvenience. And generally he doesn't really think of anyone. It is his consciousness that binds Mythos' will. You will accept us. The vessel must be made pure. Oh, yeah, he was sealed away for a while. And then once he started the Apocryphus, what is it thing called? When the Akashic made the skies turn dark. I don't get to see related stuff in this menu. I had to go to the 1,000 Tomes for that. So for every strand of consciousness that binds Mythos with his will, our vessel approaches completion. I like how he's actually neutral to everyone except he's antagonistic to Joshua. You fulfilled your purpose. Humans, you shall pay for your sins. Why do you resist your fate? Burn bright, son of fire. And in the halls of origin does our true power quicken. If you would embrace Logos, you must be brought to heal. And his mark is emblazoned upon Mythos' heart. That was a little quick one.
Thus ends today's lesson.
So now we can get on with the rest of the journey. Let's start with Nobody's Tool. This is a play on the word Nobody's Fool. Alright, Doris, what you got for us?
Do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When Ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. But we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can.
I've always wondered how to
I only
pronounce the
pray there are
portcullis.
still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
How long has it been since the jailers of Balmung abandoned their charges? Without food or water, they won't last long.
It's an interesting prospect, because bears should be able to generate water out of the ether in the air, and if there's an ether flood, then they should be fine. I guess I'll just go straight here, right? Yeah. You get to go to this secret area. I guess it was a jail this whole time. I'm glad that I
Doris is
did
waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
I'm glad I did the quests in the order that I did, because from now on I just get to have Joshua and Jill and my party permanently until we go into the final dungeon. Okay, they're cheesy.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
More spoilers. Use key. Where did I get that key?
Tight.
Oh, I don't have the key. I know that there are 3 survivors.
Time to fight. Stay down. So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Oh, okay, so we know that there are 3 bears alive. That's cool. I mean, that's not cool. I wish that there were more, but it's cool to know that it's not actually a spoiler to see the 1 out of 3. Oh, that's Doris. Okay, I was like, what? There's a person here?
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
We're not alone.
Have care.
So they... Oh, okay.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
So the prisoners here were actually just live bait for the monsters they were trying to control. So they would send the bearers to run into the enemy, and the monsters would chase them. Yikes. So they also fed humans to the monster as well.
This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Maybe Doris has found a key.
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
The jailer's key. Yeah, I don't know. Both scenarios seem pretty terrible to me. Like a life of servitude and being treated as less than human, versus like being tools of war. I don't know. They seem about equally terrible to me.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Like, in one scenario, you're dying while fighting, right? But in another scenario, you're, like, not really given that opportunity. Tools of war sound better to me. I mean, maybe... Oh, there's someone alive here.
A survivor. She sounds close.
Maybe we're, oh, what's it called? Because we're gamers, and, like, we think that we'd be the action hero. Like, obviously, this child should not be fighting against the monster, right?
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Everyone else? Oh, man.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Jadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. extracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too.
Okay, so not everyone else.
He opened your cell, didn't he? You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground. I'll look after the girl. You teach that thing a lesson. You're safe now.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
It's a behemoth, so we're gonna have to watch out for its on-death meteor attack. Kuza Beast. Only rank A. I fought rank S's.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
No meteor on death. Guess that's only for story bosses. Behemoth Shackle. Used in crafting somehow. I don't have a recipe that uses the Behemoth Shackle though.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
Oh, no.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
He said he was going to free the others, though.
We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
Can we check for the other survivors,
Of
though?
course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Food in the hideaway. Sometimes, in my cell, my tummy rumbled so loud that Chadwick would sneak me some gruel from his bowl. I miss him. He would have liked this place.
Alright,
Couldn't have been easy for her making the journey from Ash. What with her belly so fat?
Now they're talking
You'd be
about,
surprised the lengths a mother is
Ella.
willing to go for her child.
An empty shelf is like an empty heart. It must first be filled to bring one joy.
I was expecting that battle to be more climatic. mean, maybe would have been if I had not already fought a behemoth before, but that's the kind of the thing with skill-based games like that. Where is Doris? Oh, there she is.
Haida Marie has taken a liking to her new home. How her spirit survived Balmung Dark unbroken, I'll never know.
There's all more so they're more like knowledge-based games. Because like I knew all the attack patterns, I knew how to avoid Comet. The Masterless Marauder. So now we have an S rank to find. How terrifying. It's somewhere in Waloed, probably in the prison that we just got through going through.
Is there aught I might assist you with? My lord.
I am.
But yeah, I actually just completely died, maybe twice even, to the behemoth the first time that I fought it. And that was an easier version of it, so...
I do not doubt it.
Thank you, Yeti.
May you return safely. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Thank you, my lord, for taking me in. Everyone here has been so kind. It reminds me of home.
How's tea stock, Clive? And no sooner have your wounds mended. While I may not have Gav's nose, that's what I'm worried about.
I do.
What I truly like would teach her medicine. Take care.
If you've got something to ask, ask. I know you'll do right by us, Clive.
Back again? Allow me to educate
Is
you.
Haida Marie now a character in the Hideaway? No, she is not. But let's look at Doris's information now that we finished her quest. She does what she can against the curse. Quick to judge the potential of my recruits, for better or for worse. I had warned he'd be dangerous with a claymore. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. I do wish she'd put a stop to those sea shanties, my poor ears. She could best any one of my curse breakers in battle. We still bear the wounds he dealt us. The fiend who took Sid from us. He has the strength to bear the burden of leadership. No new updates in this section. She made no secret of her emotions, or she makes no secrets of her emotions. I'd offer to spar if I thought I had anything to teach her. The heir to the Rosarian throne yet lives. He is an ally of justice. Now we claim our revenge. Man who enjoys the finer things in life. If the squireship should give out, he's welcome to join the Curse Breakers. He would die for me if I would let him. And I think that's it, right? Another quick one. These outer characters that are less important, they don't have as much of a change, but like it's still good. Like someone's job was to write what does Doris think about, you know, Otto at different points in the storyline. Isn't that wild?
Massive.
Alright, next up we're gonna do trial and error. Oh no, we gotta do the missive first. Let's read. And I'm gonna change the song of the hideaway to Evermore or something. That was Mid's missive from yesterday's mission. Alright, Nazir, what you got?
I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer that recently freed from his bonds is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Northreach. I suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Is this the final side quests in the hideaway? No, there's still one more. Litany of Errors.
Rosaria might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Welcome. An excellent choice. I'll be here if you need me.
I don't think it's actually reasonable to master everything. I could at least master this Dancing Steel. Do I even need to master Dancing Steel? I actually don't think that I need to master it, because you wouldn't use Dancing Steel unless you also were using Arm of Darkness. I bet that has a lot of really good implications, but I'm not really going to use that. Stuff that actually I actually do find useful. I'll just upgrade those. Oh, I actually haven't learned everything. Let's not necessarily master this one. So I can at least learn. Oops. Nope, I still need a couple hundred more. There we go. Now I at least have learned everything in the game. And I'm like really close to the level cap. Heaven's Cloud looks like it has something going for it. I mean, it looks cool, that's for sure. But like, look at those stats though. A little bit of damage, a little bit of stagger. 25-second cooldown is pretty nice. The main benefit is that it builds your Zantetsuken. It can be used up to 2 times. And then you can chain it more if you upgrade it a little bit. So now you can chain it up to 6 times. going to level 3. Now, when I use Dancing Steel, it slows down time, which is especially nice because then I can get my hits in while the special bar is going up. And it still goes to 3, almost 4 at that point, but it's 45-second cooldown instead of 25-second cooldown. So technically, I would build more quickly with Heaven's Cloud. I think I'm going to stick with Dancing Steel just because I press one button and it still looks cool and builds up more meter. It just costs more for me to use. And it has like the same stats basically, but on less cooldown.
I'll take my chances in the wild before I let some noble take any more of my coin.
I'm nervous. Is it alright to be nervous? I don't care either way, so long as you do as I tell you.
Yeah, all of the dark moves definitely have like the rule of cool going for them. Like, this is just the regular version of Gungnir. That brings you up to 4. That's pretty impressive. 20-second cooldown. That's pretty good. Doesn't fill up the limit break gauge though.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
No.
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
Don't die, don't get caught.
Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
He's gonna let us down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Even now, the capital has moved. The Empire keeps the watchtowers overlooking royal meadows and the Sea of Grace manned. But only by a skeleton crew. It's a trial, not a death sentence.
Come on. Faster! These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Oh, thought those were humans. Like, what? We're praising him for killing people unnecessarily? But it's okay.
Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Too slow.
Something went wrong and I don't have, what's it called, book anymore. Pretty cool ending screen there.
Ember, are you?
Was that the distraction, maybe?
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
There we go.
Run like the wind.
No, that's not the S-Class beast. The X-Class beast is somewhere in Waloed. We'll take that on at some point.
Straight home now.
I didn't Expect you back so soon? Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, his heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
I feel like we should just ask Gav. Like, he's the one that's most likely going to let us know. Four more side quests and a hunt to complete.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, neither did you, I hear. Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long.
I agree.
That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Couldn't hurt.
I don't even
Just don't
think
tell
Gav
Gav
is
I
a
said so,
bear.
will ya? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Pile drive cooldown. Nice. A new quest is available. Oh no. I got rid of a quest and gained another one.
Sid, I wanted you to know. I will be taking personal responsibility for Ember's combat training. And I will not let you down.
Things are not looking good for us finishing this game on Friday. I really want to, though. I mean, finishing it on Sunday wouldn't be that bad either, but it's like Christmas Eve, so...
I don't mean the crystal is massive. Aye.
I'll be here if you need me.
Clive.
Alright, let's do both autos
How may I help you
and
today?
Gav's
Here's the latest information I have.
inner thoughts here. First off, we'll do... Yeah, I don't think he is a bear. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, my day's gone downhill fast. I would trust him with my life, and do half the time. Really? Oh, surprised that you're not... I mean, I guess he's neutral to Quentin, but I thought he would be positive to him. Who is this? Benedicta's right hand? We killed him so early on, I just literally forgot that he was a guy. On this trail, we've all got our problems, might as well help each other out. She's not one to mess with, Clive's best friend. And that just continues for a little bit. Oh, and then when we saved his life, telling him my nose to work, and then he says, thought my sniffing days were over. And we save his life against the Imperials. Picked up his scent back when we were finding the hooded man. A true friend, you take care, eh? The highway's big brother. She drives a hard bargain. The hideaway's not so little brother, and the big brother. He reminds me of my dad, talking about Blackthorn, the hideaway's big sister, and everyone's granddad. So he just thinks about it as one big family. It's pretty nice. Well, they're all family, but I'm just a friend. It's okay. The scum of the twins. I mean, technically that's my mother that he's talking about, but I mean, is he really all that wrong? Oh yeah, that was a very famous quote. That was the last line that Gav said right before the time skip. Here's the time skip now. Runs a tight ship. Will keep your legacy alive. He's got big boots to fill, but he'll do a decent job filling them, or he's doing a decent job filling them. Will make you pay someday. She's a force to be reckoned with. And Sid's murderer. Here we go again. Where in the story is this? Sack of Rosalith, Drake's last breath. Oh yeah, so the crystalline orthodoxy fell. That was the second crystal that we cracked. Oh, and the iron, what's it called? The Iron Kingdom. Says the Republic still lays siege on the Dominion. Their hero Hugo Kupka has learned of his nemesis' true identity after coming to a secret agreement with Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle, my mother. And then the sack of Rosalith. So Kupka finds out that Sid is actually the murderer, Benedicta. He's wrong. Benedicta died on her own accord by using up too much of her magic. But he thinks that we killed her. And so he attacks Rosalith, and then we go to try to save him, and then Jill gets kidnapped and all this other stuff. Nearly beheaded, actually, even. How the other half lived. Yeah, he is super, super rich. Byron. You got everything you deserved. Are you watching, Sid? How may I serve you, your lordshipness? We're safe now, but what about Jill? This is when we are building the ship in order to save Jill, who had been kidnapped by Barnabas after he beat us up in Canberra. This is when we're setting sail, and we get ambushed by Harbord, who actually has like a million clones of himself, because actually he's just a construct of mana anyway. He wasn't actually human all along. this is after we've lost. Or, I mean, we didn't lose. I mean, we lived at least. So we lost to Barnabas, but we managed to live even though he collapsed an entire ocean on us. Don't make me take the Cid's name. I was worried that I was going to die. We did it. We did destroy all the Mothercrystals. That was his dream. That was a pretty long one, and Otto's also going to be a pretty long one as well. I should probably find someone else. Let's do Ada, because she's going to have the closest connection. Hers is long as well. Why would His Majesty do this to us? Yeah, according to her, you know, that's her king, so apparently, I mean, it makes sense because Barnabas has led Waloed to prosperity for the past 30 years. So you would think, you know, she's probably, you know, barely more than 30 years old, probably younger than 30 even. So Barnabas has actually been her king her entire life mostly. And then for him to suddenly turn on his people and turn them all Akashic, it's pretty rough. Thanks to you, I do not want. She has taught me much of needlepoint. He has kind eyes. Eternally grateful for all you've done for me. Come from friends. It's good. She's probably going to deliver that baby. He's just like a knight from the stories. He's a squire. He's not quite a knight yet. That's nice. He has kindly offered to be a brother to my child, kindly offered to be a sister to my child. Their parents actually died on the night that Kupka destroyed the place.
Very good.
Or the previous hideaway. Alright, let's go monster hunting, I guess. I don't know where this is going to be, but it's probably either in the jungle, it's either in the dungeon or in this giant battlefield
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Those two places seem like the most likely. Like, is this it here? This is it here. The S rank behemoth. Behemoth King. I'm already not a fan.
Another of the royalists' guard dogs.
4 horsemen, what does that even mean? Ow. That's really not good. crazy thing is with Battlefield and Ooh. Second try. That's pretty good. Behemoth Shackle and an Orchelm. Nice.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
But could you imagine if I had to do that alone? Like without Joshua and Jill in my party? That'd be so rough. Alright, that's probably, yeah, that's all of the marks now. In this area. And in every area. All the marks. In Dalmekia as well. There's one more mark in Sambrek. Well, I don't know if it's one more, but there's at least one more mark in Sambrek. It's kind of weird that there's more marks to be done, because it's like this is a perfectly even thing at this point. Like, I wouldn't put an extra mark in here. They're just gonna have like one tacked on at the end. Like, is the final mark going to be like SS rank? Alright, let's do not Silver Lining first. We're gonna do Litany of Errors. I wonder if the quest giver is going to be the Suspicious Man.
I will not let them be forgotten.
It's from Herman, the Curse Breaker.
I suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat.
What else could it be?
Are they able to see it from here? I thought that it was over there. Yeah, it's over there. What are they even looking at? Oh, it's right there.
So there's
One moment you think you've freed the realm from her fate. The next, a darker one rears up to replace it. What awaits us when we finally attain release? True freedom? Or something else entirely?
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Curse Breakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
I already know where it is.
Leader Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Well, before we go, let's see if we now have all the necessary materials in order to upgrade the Excalibur.
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I doubt it. I heard he's leaving again.
Well, then maybe when he gets back.
What if Blackthorn is the quest giver? No, Blackthorn isn't the quest giver. Silver Linings is given by, like, Millie,
Say
I
what
think
you
her name
will.
is.
Lady Karen has seen ourselves
To what do I owe the honor? Crack the crystal.
Crack the crystal, kill a god, save the world. I miss anything? Nope, that's pretty much the plan.
Not a very good one.
Not a very good plan, if you ask
But
me.
then,
But then, can't say I have much practice killing gods. Well, you're about to craft me a god-killing weapon, so...
so what'll it be?
No, it's still not enough. I need one dark steel. Oh, where am I going to get a dark steel from? So that's the thing to look out for, dark steel.
Faster!
Is that just a rock or an enemy? It sure looks like it would be an enemy.
This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Man, Waloed is like so bureaucratical. It has so much bureaucracy. Like everything is like, you know, assigning this and like designation that and
disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
it's like in here, really? Are you sure? Well, I've checked everywhere. I guess I didn't check there. Oh, wow. So, next to the white tree.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
I guess these are years, months, and days. Lithification, that means they turned to stone. Succumbed to conditioning, that means that we tortured them to death. Man, like, the crystals, like even, so the bears that are in, well, on the other side, Storm, like in Waloed and Dalmekia and Rosaria, they get to be maybe like 30, 40 before they succumb to the crystal's curse. These children are turning to stone at the ages of 10 and 12. So, like, that means that they must be using their magic a lot more than they ended up using them. What's it called? Yeah, but here is the ledger. Emaciation.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
This was a pretty quick one, so that's good.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed?
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Mesmerize cooldown, nice. I don't use Mesmerize, but I like having all the accessories.
Here of Badbach. And I pray that the tale of my fallen friends will spare future generations the horror we endured. Thank you for helping keep their memory alive.
Alright, there is currently one more mission left in the hideaway for me to do.
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I doubt it.
Silver lining.
Leaving again. Well, then maybe when he gets back.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen our shelter.
Oh, what is it?
It's hardly everything.
And I will. You can count on me. You take care now.
Oh, Maeve was who I was thinking of. Or maybe it's... Oh, no, it was Molly. I knew it was Molly. Alright, this is the official Gav storyline.
You alright? About that. Oi! Let's see.
Gav the Magnificent. Gav the Almighty. Gav the Lionheart. Right-hand man.
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo.
Oh boy.
There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Oh. Even though we haven't finished all the side quests, we have enough for the final reward and the Patron's Whisper.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
A fallen enigma.
Here you are.
To sail forbidden seas.
All done?
Twin sides
gave us an
hundreds of
achievement.
leagues away. That'd mean the crystal is massive.
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
Can't say I've ever seen a silver chocobo myself, but I have seen one of their feathers. Look just like a normal one, only silver, obviously. Well, grey.
There's still 2 songs that I'm missing that I gotta buy from a vendor. In my haste to collect the reward, I actually did not read what the patron whisper was.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
Every epic starts with a single word, every symphony a single note. This is but the beginning, and forever shall your legend be told, forever shall your legacy be sung.
All done?
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Kind of we like if this NPC weren't in the way, this could be an album cover. The way they were spread out and the poses that at least that Jill and had made, and then the one that Joshua used to have. Clive's kind of messing it up.
Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
Why
We'll see.
would I not
Thank you.
just pluck a feather from ambrosia?
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it?
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Definitely not.
Maybe another time.
That's my mother.
I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Am I doing the right thing by hunting down a silver chocobo? Like, if they're an endangered species, hunted to near extinction because of the color of their feathers, now I'm about to go hunt one and take its feathers. Am I the villain?
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here, let's go.
Yeah!
Can hardly make out a bloomin' thing. Oh, for a sunny day.
The enemies are still level 33 down here.
Finished.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Oh. He left us a nest.
Well, I'll be damned.
This is perfect. I really don't want to fight you. You're nesting. That's a family. I really don't want to fight you. Please let me pass.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Whew, not the villain. Thank goodness. I would have felt pretty awfully as I killed them. And the game devs knew it as well. And we've already seen Gav's inner thoughts, so we don't need to spend time doing that.
It was no trouble at all.
Still, I appreciate it.
Now, was he the madman that was going on about the silver chocobo?
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
Nice.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
That quest marker looks like it's actually in the... Oh yeah, it was actually there. So, this is fine.
I was just about to go in. But then I thought it might be better if you went first. What with you being the head of the family and all.
lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did, aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
He's so tongue-twisted.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Gav's got a little crush.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't.
She was a bear.
My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room and your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Gotta get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
One of these days. One of these days, I swear, it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
Well, if you just
If
slow
by
down.
under the table you mean wrenching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Do you think they'll come back?
Of course they will. It's just a big crystal. How hard could it be?
I think that this music is a little too intense for the hideaway, but I'm glad that I have it. Like, I'm not having an iconic battle right now. And with that, we are done with hideaway quests. Let's continue on. I think there are 3 more left. 3 more and a hunt, but if there's only like a hunt left, then we can do that on Friday before we finish the final boss off.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't cooperate.
Then we'll just post our own!
What does the dame have to say about all this, I wonder? Surely she can't allow it. You've heard, then? The Duke plans to make Northreach a fortress, and would have the townspeople pay for it. We are not only to build his walls, but feed his army, and fill his stores, all for the privilege of living under his rule.
Unsurprisingly, the people are not happy about this.
What did the Duke expect? That the merchants would just smile and hand over the keys to their coffers?
I swore to protect this town and the people I love.
I don't need a uniform to do that.
Ooh, a guild bug. That's good to know that there is a infinitely spawning guild bug
What's
there.
the point in us staying here then?
You can sell those for more money than usual.
The way things are going at the garrison, it'll be up to us to defend the town soon.
With what? Some carrots and a collar of brawn?
I would speak with this Duke about the demands he's made of me and my fellow traders.
Yeah? And why would he want to speak with you? Now, piss off.
Saw the captain just now. Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Because he handed it in along with his sword. Said he'd find a better way to protect the town.
Hang the Duke and his bloody garrison. The bastard's naught but a craven who'd rather hide behind his toy soldiers than fight.
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons.
Welcome, Lexies. Pika Squad raid. We're getting raided by John Pika the musician. Hello there, TL Baker and Pika. How was the Smash stream?
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Is she
Very well.
hijacking my quest?
Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Hey there, Wild Mew. Thanks for the raid. Things are going pretty well over here. We're like 98% done with the game. There's only like one final dungeon to go through. But we're doing some side quests right now. You know, going for 100% completion. Just because.
This is my father's stall, and his father's before that. I'm not going anywhere.
So you are content to abandon the people to their fates?
I'm not abandoning anyone to anything.
Oh, I wanted to hear the rest of that.
I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She's just as stubborn as her father.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
Alright. Cutscenes over. I'll be able to be a little more responsive. As they're talking about Green Day concerts. Fairly interesting, because, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, they're still performing if you're able to get concert tickets. Like, I wouldn't really imagine them still performing all these years later. They're, like, middle-aged now. Are they still going to be, like, singing the same songs about rebellion and no one understands them and things like that? I enjoyed the music
Damn it. The reports were true.
back in the day.
Before they get to the town.
Guess what character she's playing in Smash? I'm going to guess King G. Gotta stop the healers, otherwise we'll never kill them all. It's the same DD color as mine, gray. Very nice. It is the best character and the best skin.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. You alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople. Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted. Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still won for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
See that you come back safe, Clive. And we shall do everything we can to ensure the town is still here when you do.
When the fighting begins, we can take refuge in the barracks. We'll be safe there.
I have served the Duke for many years, and I hope to do so for many more. But I cannot turn my back on these people. Our people.
Merciful Krieger. Wherefore would you forsake me?
Father.
Thinking about getting a new Smash 4 copy. I lost mine. You should try to find your copy. Like, I don't know. Think about how many more times or how many more hours you're gonna play Smash 4.
We can help with the wounded.
Hopefully you won't have to.
Or like if you can borrow the disc from a friend or something. Because if the
If any get by, you can trust we'll be here to meet them head on.
If the online service is closing down in February, and now it's the end of December, you have only all of January and the first half of February to play.
There are so many of them.
There's not really
for
that
long.
many, though.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
Soil and stone!
My old copy doesn't load up properly. I don't know. I guess we'll make that work fine. Well, I mean, there's also the option of buying it digitally. Right? Did the Wii U shop close?
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Toggle.
I know that the Wii shop is closed, and that the Miiverse is done as well.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. by knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The Dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything? A room at the Ville would be nice.
Yes, the Wii U shop closed in March of this year. So you would have to get a physical copy if you wanted to get it again.
I'm sorry we didn't sooner.
One of the dames, aren't you? Leave it to her to spot an able body.
When darkness descended, the line did not break. Though full sorely tested, secure was their fate.
This bard is better than the one that I have in the Hideaway. Can I trade?
Now, what story would you like to hear next? The one in the coffer! All right then. There once was a dragon with scales as white as snow, who hid inside a strongbox.
She's telling stories from other Final Fantasy games. The white dragon that was inside of a treasure chest, I think that's Final Fantasy 1? Either that or 4, I can't remember.
Just a little further.
This the last one?
We did it! Kiss me.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
They'll be well taken care of, I'm sure.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter. All united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Another Orchelum, but that's not what I need. I need a dark steel.
We have brought Northreach together. Now the fight begins to keep her together. For if this town is to survive, we must all play our part. Including you, Clive.
I'll be back. Alright. Sounds good. Take care, Alexis.
This the last one?
Just a little further.
Only 2 more quests left. It's getting kind of late. I was expecting to be done an hour ago.
There's no need to worry any longer.
Our scouts told us how many of those things you put down. We're in your debt.
You got massacred, you say? Interesting. I was thinking that maybe January and February we could do a little bit more Smash than usual.
Can we get you anything?
But most of that hinges on us finishing
I'm sorry we didn't sooner.
Final Fantasy 16 before the end of the year. Where did the Duke and his daughter go? PM? Really? How did I not know that you were West Coast this whole time? Well, February is like 1 month away because, you know, December is basically over. I think that I thought that you were Eastern. Possibly Central. Only 3 more souvenirs to be had, which is interesting because we have only 2 more side quests, but we have 3 more memorabilia to get. So, wonder where the last one either must come from. So maybe when we do these 2 side quests, another side quest comes up. Or we get another memorabilia from defeating the final hunt, because I think there's still 1 more hunt left. Ever play any of the Tales series? I played Tales of Symphonia and got maybe like level 30 or so. I got far enough to know what the first twist of the storyline is, which I won't go into detail of because I actually got the remaster recently. Yeah, here's a hunt. And then I have Tales of Vesperia, but I haven't ever played it. Oh, there are actually 2 hunts here in Sambrek each. The Drowned Tower. Should I do both of these? You can do both of these. But first, let's do Isabel's
Clive,
inner thoughts.
what is it that you wish to learn?
Of course.
Yeah, I also have Vesperia on the 360. But, you know, backlog is something crazy. Like I said, I haven't even started. Oh, we should probably do Martha's at some point. It's okay, this should be a pretty short one. Oh, the High Cardinal. What's his name, though? There we go. Don't be a stranger. You'll always be the only Sid for me. No matter what, you have family and us. Our savior. What did we save them from? Oh yeah, we did save them actually. We stopped Dion from destroying the Holy Empire. Back then, if you wanted to play Vesperia on the Definitive Edition, you had to have a PS3 and play the Japanese version. I thought that you would be able to buy Tales of Vesperia and then get the DLC, because the Definitive Edition is just Tales of Vesperia plus all the DLC, right? Or is it more than that? They cut all sorts of content on the 360. I could be wrong though. Like I said, never even played it. But, you know, it's kind of unfortunate when you buy a game and then you don't play it and then a better version of it comes out on the next console. Because, like, I could get Tales of Vesperia on the Switch or on the PS5, but, like, should I? Am I going to enjoy it enough to have bought it twice? I mean, I bought it on sale because I got a whole bunch of games when the Xbox One came out. Like I waited maybe a month or so, but not that long, and then just like went to GameStop and bought up a whole bunch of the games that were on my backlog. But I got them like super cheap because a new console was coming out and they needed to clear the shelf space. Is there no getting through to him? We can but strive to protect those we love. And now, let us protect this town together. And we have Northreach, our one mind and one purpose. So even though we're at the end of the game, everyone's little dialogues are getting, what's it called? So, like, for example, Lubor was found out to be a bear, and now his message is, it's all over, they all know, which is what it's been for some time. But I'm sure that once we do his quest...
Very good.
it'll upgrade to something more positive. And once you buy the definitive edition on the next console, there's no reason to go back to the 360 at all. Yep. I mean, I'm kind of happy for that. I don't particularly want to have to like unplug my new console and then like play this old console with the old controller and like the older, worst graphics. Like the only thing, like I just wish that things had backwards compatibility. Like, that's really what I want. Like I want to be able to play my old games on my new console so I don't have to unplug things and plug things back up. Okay, so there's one of them right here. And then the other one is... so the one that's not Pertinence Gate. Cape or Sarah. Cape or Sarah. Guessing it's over here somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. So they're both in this northern area here. Oh, well, he's right here. Okay. Let me save. Even though if I lose to him, I can just retry.
We're not alone.
Knight of the Splendid Heart.
Outlaw! The one who drove His Highness to madness! On your knees!
What? He hasn't heard. And it doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Only your death will serve!
Let's try.
He stuck in one last hit.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
first I heard about the Nintendo Switch.
Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
I wouldn't be able to. My first question was, can I play Wii U games? Yeah, because Wii U, for all of its bad things, quote unquote, it played Wii games, and the Wii played GameCube games. These things just made sense. The PS3 played PS2 games. The DS played Game Boy Advance games. Oh well. Now everything just gets re-released.
No holding back.
Yeah, ports and definitive editions and whatnot.
All right.
Game over. I feel like we might lose to this guy. We got like half the HP bar. Is this it? Yep, this is it. The Grim Reaper. The Prince of Death. Another A rank? In theory, I should be able to beat him.
That's another one.
Thanks for hanging out, Pika. Ah, dark steel. Exactly what we wanted. Obtained by defeating Thanatos or the Prince of Death.
I'm getting tired of these things.
Well, that's the last you'll have to deal with them. And now, finally, we obtained the ultimate weapon. I think that's a pretty good stopping point for the night. Did all the hunts. Maybe the Moogle will give us... I probably should know the Moogle's name. I don't, though. Nectar. Where did you come from?
You're not from the forest.
I'm from a forest, but which one?
Well, which forest?
I can't tell you. It's a secret, Kupo.
Then what were you going to tell me?
Nothing. Just making sure I hadn't said anything I wasn't supposed to.
And if you had?
You don't want to know. Still find it weird that, like, they had those 2 extra tacked on at the end. But now if you go to every area, marks available, complete. Done everywhere.
Ready for the big heave-ho, are ya? But over time... Give that bastard hell.
So what do I owe the honour? So, what'll it be?
It's time. Plus 50 to everything.
No scratches, alright?
There's nothing else to go from there. Everything else is worse than what we've got. I even have a little left over
Should last you a good while.
for the ultimate armor as well. Even though the ultimate armor doesn't really give you that much more.
That it? Fine.
And now I should be good to just sell the rest of the crafting materials that I
Clive.
need to.
Ta-ra then.
Thank you, Karen.
You could do this too. Go on then.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
May as well get the second best weapons in the game. Why is the room belt +2 so good? What? Yeah, I'd be able to sell all of this and all of this and all of this, and it'd be quite a lot. So I don't need any of this anymore. Makes me a little awkward. I don't really want to sell these behemoth shackles and the white worm burn. I don't want to sell any of this blue or purple. But like anything that's green, I get rid of. Anything that I can buy in the store, I could get rid of. So I'm not really worried about running out of money for anything anymore. What do you need these behemoth shackles for?
Sancthornian, do you?
Okay, well that explains those. If I had enough for that, then I'd be able to get these, but they still wouldn't be as good as what I've got. That's what the behemoth shackle's for. Okay. Sun bracelet +1 and the sun bracelet +2. I thought that I already had a rune blade +2. There's Scarletite that I would need. Guess I may as well just keep on upgrading this, huh?
No scratches, right? Should last you a good while.
I need more sharp fang. Am I going to really buy something that I'm not even going to use? Yes. Yes, I am. Because every time I upgrade the weapon, I get a new display.
Still alive, are ya? Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Yep. So, what'll it be? No scratches, right?
So that was the limit. That would have been -10 from the Ragnarok.
Anything else?
gives me this stuff now. I had not realized that I was Masamune is what's it called? Ultimate weapon, ultimate armor. Very exciting. Alright, only 2 more, maybe 3 more quests left. We'll start in Tabor next time, because it's getting kind of late. I don't really want to keep on going. We're going to do this mission on Friday, and then we're going to do Lubor's mission
take a look at my
as
wares.
well. And then we will go fight the final boss. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Tomorrow is likely no stream.
Take care.
But if there is a stream, then maybe it'll be Star Rail, maybe? Possibly Smash? Maybe even Unite? I don't even know. It's like the last Thursday before Christmas. So like a lot of people that would have shown up for the typical Smash activities won't be in, which is fine. I also have a lot of work that I want to do before Christmas anyway. And so we'll see what the stream is tomorrow. Mystery stream. Friday, definitely going to try to get Final Fantasy 16 done. Maybe put in like another 4 hours there. Saturday, we'll see. Maybe no stream, but maybe Pokemon Unite. Sunday, Star Rail, as always. It'll be earlier because it's Christmas Eve. And then Monday is Christmas. Don't know if I'll stream anything that day. I'll be somewhat busy doing Christmassy things. But yeah, we'll see how the things go. But I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye.